Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Collision post-show review. What a loaded card we have for tonight. 2.5 hour block special Saturday night Collision episode. So plenty of action set up for tonight. Andrade is going after the Callis family members. He will be facing Brian Cage. We also get the Casino Gauntlet number 1 and number 2 spot qualifying match as well. Athena versus Rina for the number 1 spot. Maya World versus Julia Hart for the number 2 spot. For the women's Casino Gauntlet match happening on beach break as well. We will also see Adam Copeland teaming up with Bang Bang Gang against the Infantry and Shane Taylor promotions as well. So plenty of action set up for tonight. Let's dive into it and talk about that. So we started off with tag team match Death Riders versus Unbound Company, Pac and Claudio versus Shingo, Takagi and Drilla Maloney. Shingo overpowered Pac and quickly had to face off with Claudio. Maloney was briefly overpowered by Claudio but was met with chops and strikes in the corner. Claudio and Pac were working on the arm of Maloney. Pac hit a shotgun dropkick that almost sent him back to his tag partner. Takagi came in and just clobbered Claudio, hit a spine buster, Drilla Maloney on Claudio. Takagi hit stereo flying elbows on the Death Riders for a 2 count. Shingo and Claudio started exchanging hard forearms, Takagi getting the better of it. Drilla Maloney broke up the pinfall while Pac pulled Maloney to the floor and started brawling on the floor. Garcia ran in to break up the attack from Shingo while the referee was distracted, but Takagi countered it and threw Garcia from the ring. He turned into a hard uppercut from Claudio and headlock takeover to get the pinfall victory by Claudio with the significant interference from the Death Riders as well. So Death Riders standing tall in the opening tag team match. We saw Conglomeration but backstage talking about how they won the steel cage match at Forbidden Door, but that Mark Briscoe lost to MJF and would not be back for a while due to injuries. They noted that Ishii was out as well. They looked around scared, but Roderick Strong noted that they still have their trios titles, and Takeshita walked in with his international title. Takeshita said that he hated Okada. He was going to get revenge on Fletcher. And we also get the confirmation of Fletcher versus Takeshita for the international title happening on Beach Break Dynamite next week. It's gonna be a fantastic match. Next up is Andrade El Idolo versus Brian Cage. First time singles match, I think so, in AEW. Cage was making his way down the ring. Andrade hit a top Conero and the crowd erupted cheering Andrade. We saw Cage charge to the corner. Andrade fired up through and Andrade tried to come back into the ring. Cage grabbed him and did a deadlift suplex into the ring as he usually did from the top rope. That looks beautiful. So Brian Cage hit a flying knee on Andrade and a lariat in the corner that Andrade tried to stop with a boot but failed. We saw Andrade hit the Three Amigos on Cage to a roar from the crowd. Cage hit a powerbomb for a 2 count. Callis strongly opposed that. Andrade headbutt Cage to knock him off the top rope and hit a frog splash for a very close 2 count. Andrade went for the DM but Cage countered into a forearm and the F5 for a 2 count. Cage hit a judgment suplex, went for the rolling elbow but Andrade hitting spinning elbow and then the DM for the pinfall victory. So again, excellent match for Andrade and a great win against the Don Callis family member. Andrade grabbed the mic and said, "You think this is over?" to Don Callis, and then said he has only one question: how you know? So again, this feud will continue, and I think so Andrade will wrestle the Callis family members every week, and we might see Andrade going after a TNT title against Kevin Knight as well, heading into All In. Gabe Kidd cut a promo if he was a war dog or a Death Rider, and he said he was both. He was going to come alongside the Death Riders with the dogs and take over AEW like they did with the Bullet Club in New Japan. So again, setting up the feud between the dogs and the Bang Bang Gang, and maybe involving Death Riders with the dogs as well, and we might see Jay White versus Moxley program for the Continental title, maybe heading into All In. Next up is Mina Shirakawa and Thunder Rosa in action. Rosa started the match hitting Russian leg sweep. We saw Shirakawa tagged in and necked the opponent before hitting a slingshot tornado for a 2 count. Then Shirakawa hit a head scissor and tagged out to Rosa, who hit the Tijuana bomb for the pinfall victory. So again, a good win for Mina and Thunder Rosa. Post-match, Thekla came out wearing Starlight Kid's mask, claiming that Stardom was dead and that everyone wanted a shot at her title. So she invited everyone to load their guns and promised to catch it with her feet, and hyping up the Women's Casino Gauntlet match happening next week on Beach Break. We saw Skyflight backstage invited Saidal to join their group. Saidal agreed and promised to help take the fight to everyone on their behalf. So Matt Saidal has joined the Skyflight team. It's going to be interesting direction for him as well. Next up is Shane Taylor Promotions versus the Bang Bang Gang and Adam Copeland. This was a party match at the start with a lot of tags and exchange. Austin Gunn was pulled from the ring and beaten down by the STP. The Guns hit 310 to Yuma, and soon after Taylor hit Adam Copeland and Jay White with a lariat. Shane Taylor climbed the middle rope to roar from the crowd, but White and Copeland cut him off. Then Copeland attacked him to the floor. Shane Taylor climbed the middle rope to roar from the crowd. White and Copeland cut him off with a suplex that shook the ring. We saw Copeland and White then hitting the double team move, Spear and the Blade Runner by White for the pinfall victory. So Bang Bang Gang standing tall. Soon after that, we saw the Dogs came out after the match, and the Riders ran through the crowd into the ring to team up with the Dogs to attack the Bang Bang Gang and Adam Copeland. It seems Gabe Kidd was right about their alignment with the Dogs. Claudio hit the neutralizer on Copeland and Finley nailed White with the Shillelagh. So the feud is now underway between the Bang Bang Gang and the Dogs, and Death Riders might be helping the Dogs out against the Bang Bang Gang. And it's gonna be interesting civil war between the two factions. I'm pretty much looking forward to that. Next up is the Demand in action. This was a squash match with Demand destroying everyone. Leona got busted open somehow, but that only made the squash even better as he threw people around, and this was a quick victory for the Demand. Ricochet grabbed the mic after the match and wished Matt Sydal congratulations about finding the losers in Skyflight team. And then he noted that he said some of his demands have not been met, so while they are in demand, they get to make demands and Skyflight is going to be put down. So we might see a feud between Skyflight team and the Demand. I am pretty much looking forward to the one-on-one match between Sydal and Ricochet. It's gonna be a fantastic high-flying match. Next up is Rina versus Athena for the number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet. Rina is a young wrestler from Stardom, only 19 years old. Athena hit the ropes. Rina chopped her legs to drop her to her knees and hit a drop kick. Then Rina hit a shotgun drop kick for a 2 count. Athena dodged a shoulder tackle. Rina went for a suplex on the apron, but Athena countered it and hit a face-first suplex on the apron. That looks brutal. Athena hit a great tope suicida, went to the top again. Rina cut her off. Athena shoved Rina from the ropes and hit the office for the pinfall victory, getting the number 1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match happening next week on Dynamite Beach Break, and the winner will get the title shot against Tekla at Redemption. It's gonna be a fantastic match. Fletcher was backstage with Callis and Laxinair. Fletcher noted that first time he wrestled Phantasmo was when he was 18 years old, and tonight he was going to introduce him to the man he has become. He said Takeshita should watch closely to see what pain he is going to feel next Wednesday, and this was an excellent promo from Fletcher as well. Next up is the trios match, Bandido, Mystico and Mike Bailey versus the Rascals. Xavier started the match with Mystico, who immediately did a lucha arm drag. Myron Reed came in but got pressed by Bandido. Rascals triple teamed Mike Bailey for a 2 count. We saw Mike Bailey starting to get fired up, went for the stunner but countered by the Rascals. Myron Reed came in and hit a cutter off the ropes on Bailey, who flew onto everyone. Rascal triple teamed Bandido, but Mystico made the save. Xavier super kicked Mystico and went for a handspring into something, but Bandido hit the X knee before hitting a 21 plex for the pinfall victory. So again, excellent match, excellent showing for the Luchas, Bandido, Mystico. Next up is Roosh in action. This was a foregone conclusion. Roosh destroyed Jordan Cruz. It was fun, and Roosh is back with the squash matches, and we need a feud for Roosh to get him regular on television as well. After the match, Roosh grabbed the mic and said "Viva Mexico" and something that was bleeped out. So again, we need some fresh feud for Roosh as well on TV. Next up is Julia Hart versus Maya Ward, number 2 entrant in the Casino Gauntlet. Hart and Ward had some quick exchanges at the start. Ward shoulder block Julia Hart for a near fall. Hart was hitting a running elbow in the corner before locking on a submission in the middle of the ring. Maya Ward hit a double stomp to Hart's midsection for a 2 count. Then Hart hit boots to the chest of Maya Ward for a very close 2 count as well. Julia Hart went to the top for a moonsault. Maya Ward cut her off, slipped off her shoulders, but Hart jumped right into a bridging fall-away slam for a 2. Maya Ward put Hart on the top rope and went for a suplex, but Hart hit a headbutt and sent Ward back to the mat. Maya Ward got to the feet and hit a Shining Wizard and scored the pinfall victory, and she will be the number 2 entrant in the Casino Gauntlet and going one-on-one against her teacher Athena to start off the Casino Gauntlet. Is going to be a fantastic start for the Casino Gauntlet match. And in the main event, we have Kyle Fletcher versus El Fantasmo. ELP gave his LED lighted sunglasses to a little girl in the front row. They started exchanging holds and counters to start off the match. Fletcher then dropped ELP with a huge boot, and also the fans were singing "You Suck" at Fletcher as well. Fletcher missed a kick on the corner. ELP hit a moonsault from the ropes before pausing on the announcer's desk. Fletcher hit a pop-up powerbomb for a 2 count. Fletcher and ELP exchanged several near fall attempts after this, with ELP getting close many times. Fletcher kicked out of a kick, hit a running knee, a lawn dart into the corner, and the brainbuster for the pinfall victory. So again, this was a fantastic match to close out Collision and setting up the match for Fletcher and Takeshita. It's gonna be a classic between these two. After the match, Callis grabbed the mic and said that Takeshita was a nobody before Callis recruited him, coached him, paid him, and made him the star. He said Takeshita was his chosen one to replace Omega, so he was going to teach him a lesson on Dynamite, starting with taking the international championship from him. And Fletcher will reclaim that title for the Callis family. Takeshita music hit and ran down to chase off Callis, and Takeshita posed with the title as the show went off the air. So again, pretty much looking forward to that match as well. It's gonna be a fantastic match for the international title. So that's the end of the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.